Paul, are there any simple do's and don'ts that clients should know about while working with a realtor?
Yeah, I think the thing that would sum it up best is don't assume anything. A lot of times there's a couple of months, at the very minimums, sometimes 2, 3, 6 months before you get from start to finish. So don't assume that the client understands what you're telling them. We all tell people things every day, and you think they're listening, but they're not. We know that. You have to show them. So if you tell your buyers not to open up new credit cards, not to buy a new car, not to do lots of things, they're going to go ahead and do it anyway. So the idea, like Robin and Andy just said, it's education from the very beginning. And again, don't assume that the client understands what you're saying. You have to give them some things. And don't assume that if the client understands everything, that everything is going to be okay, because a lot of times it's not the client's fault. In our industry, if you saw the 60 Minutes expose or the studies from the FTC, the credit bureaus are terrible at doing what they do. Okay, so a lot of times these mistakes and errors are not because of something that the client did, it's because something that happened on the bureau's end. So it's important, perhaps suggesting a credit monitoring service early on in the process so the client would know if something changed in their credit report immediately. There's really no other way of knowing other than checking your credit report on a continuous basis. And if you're going to do that, you might as well use a monitoring system. So again, it's important not to assume anything. Educate the client from the very beginning. We have an awesome do's and don't handout that we can co-brand with you or give it to you, however you want to put it in the hands of your clients early on in the process. And we have lots of testimonials back from the realtors saying that this document helped them, stave off some problems.
Great, thanks, Paul.